attention, very cold. It's very cold. If you haven't been outside in a while in Kansas, it's cold. The folder with lyrics should be in the link. It's in the event, and it's in the virtual sanctuary. And for those of you in person, we were trying something new, and we've got the words on the slide, or we will, if I pay attention. Oh, we'll see how this goes. We're going to sing a new song. So January has a lot going on in it. This coming Shabbat is Tzedek Shabbat. It's Justice Shabbat, which is also Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the weekend of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And so we're going to do a bunch of songs related to justice and peace and, good Lord, praying for it in the world. We're going to start with a melody of Lo Yisagoy, and Lo Yisagoy is based on the verse from Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4, nation shall not lift up sword against nation. You know that idea, and we shan't learn war anymore. And I wanted to share before we sing this, we're going to do 3 versions. One is a folk version. One is the more upbeat, folky Altman version, and one is a contemporary version by Sheldon Lowe. And there's a version of this in our prayer book that I wanted to share before we go on. I was doing some research about justice and music, and Woody Guthrie, on all of his guitars, it said, "This machine kills fascists." And I think that that's really important to remember. I don't know about any of you, but for me, I look around the world and at the nonsense that's happening and the violence and some of the political nonsense and feel very impotent. I feel like there's nothing that I can do. But then I think about Woody Guthrie and that idea that there is power in music and power in the messages that we share with our music and power in coming together. I mean, there's a group of people here in a room for a common purpose, and that's powerful. And our common purpose is related to love and joy and not hate and destruction, and there's real power in that. So thank you all for being here with me tonight. I'm going to share this prayer, and then we're going to start singing our Lo Yisagoy combination. Don't stop. After beating the swords into plowshares, don't stop. Go on beating and make musical instruments out of them. Whoever wants to make war again will have to turn them into plowshares first. sing the whole song again. And all of the parts go over each other equally. So you can sing all the way through with me, or you can pick your favorite part and just sing that. Or sit back and let the music wash over you. When I put that together, I was wondering if 3 versions of that song would be too much, and I would say the answer is no. It's the exact right amount. One of the songs often sung at Tzedek Shabbat is a song that we actually sing every Shabbat, which is Mi Chamocha, which is basically the song that was sung by the Israelites after crossing the Red Sea. They turned around and said, wow, wow, we made it. God is great. Who is like you, O God? We're doing wonders. And so we're going to do a version of it. This is by Peter and Ellen Allard, Standing at the Sea. We introduced this at Beth Torah last Passover. So we're going to do that. The words are on the board. It's pretty easy to pick up the melody, so we're just going to go into it. But I'm going to share once again another little prayer from our prayer book that I think plays into this idea of how we can do things and how we get things done. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai. That wherever we are, it is eternally Egypt. That there is a better place, a promised land. That the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. That there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Standing at the sea, Mika Mocha, standing at the sea, Mika Mocha, standing at the sea, Mika Mocha, freedom's on our way, singing and dancing, singing and a dancing, Mika Mocha, singing and a dancing, Mika Mocha, singing and a dancing, Mika Mocha, freedom's on our way. Freedom, freedom. one God, Mika Mocha. One God, Mika Mocha. One God, Mika Mocha. Freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. One more time on the freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. Ah, I like that one. Okay. So Jim brought us a song a few months ago that I was hoping would be a lovely little song for the time and then immediately outdated. But sadly, it is still quite relevant. So we asked him to do that again tonight. I'm going to put the words up in case you want to try and sing along or just see what the words are, or once again, sit back and let that. Do you need a hand with that, Jim? He tightened it too much, didn't he?
Man. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right. Well, let's get going. Why must the innocent suffer? Lord, why must children die? Lord, we're waiting our answer. Till then we can only cry. Each side has its own story. Myth when conflicts stir. Lord, in all of your glory, why is it always us versus them? We are all made in your image, a truth we often ignore. Feed the hungry, clothe the poor, love your neighbor. Cries out, waiting from the ground. You are your brother's keeper, a truth to which we're all bound. We are all made in your image, a truth we often ignore. Feed the hungry, clothe the poor, love your neighbor. Why must the innocent suffer? Lord, why must children die? Lord, we're waiting your answer. Till then we can only cry. Till then we can only cry.
Thank you, Jim. It's I kind of love the juxtaposition of lounge with such a deep message. It really seems to work with kind of the way that the world is right now. You just kind of don't know what's happening, and then all of a sudden you realize what's happening, and you're just like, wait, what's happening? And of course, I wanted to put this prayer next because it reminds us that we have safe haven. We may not always have physically safe haven, but spiritually, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Vehamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shomecha Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace. Raise us up with our hearts and our minds at ease. Spread the shelter of your wings over us and everything. Help us to do and say and sing. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Vehamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim Ufos Aleinu Sukat Shomecha. Sometimes hope feels further than the stars, like peace pulled up and moved away to Mars. And I feel small and full of fear, and I don't think I can make it here. But then I feel your wings surround and draw me near. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Vehamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shomecha. Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Vehamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Thank you. Our thoughts turn to those who are in need of healing and return. Sunday at religious school, the kids and I talked about the meaning of refuah shlema, which is one of the things that we pray for in this prayer. And it means a complete healing. It's both physical and mental, probably spiritual. And there's a lot of folks right now who need a lot of healing. LA is just, there are no words. And I feel like I was listening to the news, to this story about how it's the first time since COVID was really bad that almost everybody knows somebody. Either you know somebody who has lost everything, or you know somebody who knows somebody. There's not a lot of separation right now between us and those in harm's way. So starting in a wider circle, I want to make sure that we're thinking about the folks in Los Angeles and all of those fires, and the folks trying to get out, and the folks trying to help them, the first responders, the second responders. It's kind of scary out there. And then turning in a little bit closer, if you've got somebody that you're thinking about that you think could use some healing of body, mind, spirit, feelings. If you want to share those names, I invite you to do so at this time, typing them into the comments or saying them out loud at your leisure. We gather names, all these names on our lips and these names in our hearts, and lift them up together in a prayer for healing. You know, the dream of any musician, songwriter is to write something timeless, something that people will keep singing and find meaning in. But I can also tell you, as someone with hope for a better world, you don't want it to be a song like this that becomes the timeless song. Little ditty by Bobby Zimmerman, better known to many as Bob Dylan. Little Robert Zimmerman. I heard it. What was the joke the other day we heard? I don't know. Something about Jewish mothers and always telling you that that Bob Dylan used to be Bobby Zimmerman, little Bob Zimmerman. But it is still timely. I would like to say that it's not, but I was preparing it for today and going through the lyrics, and it still is just so very powerful for today. So we're going to sing it all together now and hope that maybe these next few years are the years where it becomes a song that is obsolete, that we only sing because the music is fun and not because we find comfort and purpose and motivation in it. So I hope you will join us. Come gather around with people wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it, that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, so you'd better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changing. The mothers and fathers throughout the land, don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters far beyond your command. Your old world is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend a hand, for the times they are a-changing. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt is he who has stalled. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. Well, the line, it is drawn, and the cursed it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, and the present now will later be past. Order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing, for the times they are a-changing. Yes, the times they are a-changing. Oh, Bob. But we can't end there. We are coming to the point, this is our last closing song of our regular session, and then we'll do some announcements, and then we'll do a couple more songs as we are wont to do. But I couldn't close it out on the times they are changing. While there is hope in that notion, don't worry, the times will change. I wanted a deeper hope, and I think that that's what we get with Olam Chesed, taken from Psalm 89:3, this idea that if we build the world with love, then the world will be in love. But we've got a lot of responsibility with that. And I'm not going to pretend that it's easy to meet hatred with love. Larry and I were at the Martin Luther King Jr. Interfaith event this weekend, and one of the quotes that was mentioned often is something that Dr. King said: hatred cannot drive out hatred. Only love can do that. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light. Thank you all for going on this journey with us. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. But when we do things like this and we come together like this, I'm a little less afraid. And it's like a salve. So thank you all for being here. All y'all playing. I have Warren on bassoon and clarinet, truly an entire wind section. I have Larry on percussion and Jim on guitar and Dave running our streaming, and I am so grateful to all of you. Friday, we have services. Friday night, 6:30 p.m. It's our next Ladorva Door, our little ones. And it's the second and third graders technically, but their siblings and friends are going to come help them to help lead us through prayer and song. And it is Justice Shabbat, so you may hear then a couple of the songs that you heard now. We'll see. Who knows? And then following service, TYG, Temple Youth Group, will have dinner and a movie. Please, if you plan to stay for dinner and a movie, email Sarah S. Glass at beth-torah.org so that she knows you're coming. Let her know by Thursday so that she has enough food for everyone. Saturday morning, we have our study session at 9 o'clock in the library, and then worship here at 10:30 a.m. There is no Sunday school on Sunday because it's Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, and we are off to honor that. Anything I'm leaving out that's coming up quickly? We do have a rabbi candidate visit next weekend on the 26th, so check out the website. It'll also be in the e-news tomorrow. You can learn about that. I think that potentially very exciting things for the future of Beth Torah, but if you want to be a part of that future, you got to participate and show up and make your voice heard. So we're going to move right along. I did put the words up to this one because I think it's a fun song. Once again, rather than ending on the angry folk music of protest and change, I wanted to end on the loving, happier, hey, we can do this. So put a little love in your heart. I have to tell you, this always makes me think, I know I'm saying this, in the sanctuary of a Jewish synagogue, that movie Scrooged at Christmas with Bill Murray, at the end, they sing this and all the puppets are like, and the world, in the Ghost of Christmas Future. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's wonderful. And when you get to this song, you'll understand why it makes me giggle. And here we go. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. If you want the world to know we won't let hatred grow, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place. Oh, Jackie DeShannon, I hope that we did you proud. Thank you so much for being here tonight. That went fast. But we're right on time. Every time we do this, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We didn't do enough songs, but we are exactly when we are supposed to be in time. Closing with the song that we always close with, So Long, My Friend. As I went out this foggy morn, I saw a dragonfly. She made me think of you, my friend, and how quickly life goes by. So long, my friend, farewell, my friend. Our time here is sadly over, but we shall meet again, my friend, one day by the banks of the river. Now go from here, my bonny friend, and don't you look behind. No further can I walk with you. There's no time to cry. So long, my friend, farewell, my friend. Our time here is sadly over, but we shall meet again, my friend, one day by the banks of the river. When the time has come, my friend, and when our work is done, we'll meet here at the docks, my friend, and the boat will take us home. So long, my friend, farewell, my friend. Our time here is sadly over, but we shall meet again, my friend, one day by the banks of the river. So long, my friend, farewell, my friend. Our time here is sadly over, but we shall meet again, my friend, one day by the banks of the river. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. Take care of each other out there.